on the edge of some formless ruins. Major General May Crockett finds herself in quite the pickle. Ahead of her, a Mox 4 Tangler with his arms reaching out, ready to grasp her up. But we're not about that, are we? And even though she's tired, May still has a lot of fight in her yet. And so, quickly reaching for her pistol, she starts to steady up. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm, Aftershock, where let's see if we can get out of this pickle. First of all, as stated in the intro, we are going to be wielding our Afield, and we're doing it pretty quickly at that. Good, very good. And now I don't know how far this Tangler can reach, how far it can stretch out towards us, but we're gonna give it a shot in a moment. Okay, there we go. 34 damage. Excellent. Let's hope that this thing can't heal as quickly as its friends. We hear shuffling, stop aiming. We'll ignore that shuffling for now, and it doesn't seem to be healing. That is a good sign for us. Another 35 damage. Heavy arterial bleeding now, and it's right on top of us, so let's fire again. 31 damage, and I think one more bullet should be able to do it. It is healing slowly. Slowly though, and actually slowly it seems. We've taken care of it. The Tangler is dead. But we did fire quite a few shots there, and no doubt the others that were around here are going to be closing in on us. So we need to start to get a move on. We've just seen another scavenger far to the southwest. Most of them we were able to kind of pull away from these ruins, although we know that there are at least a few over this way. So we're going to start to make our way up this way and discover that there was just a scavenger waiting around the corner. There are some more suits though, and just more suits that don't fit us. Fantastic. That's exactly not what we wanted to see. This though isn't a regenerator, so it's not going to be healing as fast as the really, really nasty ones. And I think we are going to take our time here to try and get a decent shot, but we need to follow it up really quickly because we know how fast they heal. Look, it's already back on full health. I don't think we can fight even the scavengers at this stage. So we need to try and get away, and fast. Is that going to give us now? I don't know. We've got a regenerator to the southwest who can now see us as well. Fantastic. Not. Okay. We need to start trying to walk wherever possible. It does sound like there's fighting going on. That doesn't involve us, which is great. Oh, it's a skitterbot. Okay. Yep, you do your thing, skitterbot. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It seems like they're having a hard time getting through that armor, and that gives us a chance to get that little bit further away. And I think we might be able to take the opportunity to try and just catch our breath now, although that is always going to be making us feel anxious. Okay, alright, we've still got 15 rounds in this at the moment. We could just unload the rest from this magazine and slot that into this one here. I think we're going to do that. We're going to keep our pistol out just for the moment, or rather, let's go back to the sheath, putting the Afield away for now. Okay, we have a manhack to the northeast. I don't know if no, we haven't gone for that. We saw it in the distance, the AV-22. Okay, we might have to fight a manhack to be able to get towards it. Here it comes, towards us, and with a swift puncture, May takes the manhack down. Let's peek around that corner. There's yet another manhack, but it's on the other side of the glass right now. Okay, plasma cells, focusing lenses, and a bootleg power cartridge. There's a lot of things here. Okay, so let's go for what we can grab first of all. A cryo grenade, very nice. There is a Shikishima A82 tactical laser rifle, I'm assuming here. Range damage is great. And yes, it is a rifle. It does have a modification on it. It has a red dot sight. Okay. Can we take that plasma cell? It looks like we can. The reason why I'm not going to grab it right away is because there are a lot of robots around here, and the robots don't seem to really be phased by phases. Yeah, we will want to try and take some of this stuff though, for sure. But first of all, we need to try and take out the skitterbot, which these quick strikes allow us to do just that. Very, very nice. Okay, so lots of manhacks. We've got another skitterbot through there as well. We've got plasma cells. Let's see if we can just get away with taking this here, the AV-22. It is a handgun. Obviously, the damage is not much. It is low power. It must be fired in sequence mode to stand a chance against hardened foes. So I do wonder if we can change the firing mode on it. I'm assuming that's probably what we can do. We've got a power cartridge and a bootleg one there as well. Over here, another AV22. So we'll just take the power cartridge and we'll just take the cartridge out of this one here. Thank you. And I am intrigued. Let's just try and wield it for a moment and see. Put that back in the sheath. So, can we change firing mode? 3 second sequence. I think that means it's like charging it up over 3 seconds. Yeah, ammo, battery, yeah. So yeah, it is charging up. Now we should be able to shoot through the glass with this, so that could be a good way to try and take on some of the regenerators and whatnot. I also do wonder if the cryo weapons would be better. You know what, let's change this firing mode to 2 seconds for now, just so that it's, it's not going to take us as long to power up. We've got another focusing lens, a plasma cell, and I would like to try and take that rifle if possible. What we probably should have done is the rifle that we had slung over our shoulders, I should have just taken the shoulder strap off of that. It shouldn't be too difficult for us to make a shoulder strap though, so I just need to try and figure out if we are going to be able to take this at all. So the length is 90 centimeters. I'm gonna say probably not. We could carry it in our hands and then just like drop it when we need to go into a fight. Not a terrible option. Let's try and do that for now. We'll just store the other one in our inventory. Okay, rounding the corner, we have a 25mm canister shot. Deals devastating damage against moderately armored foes within mid to close range. So what can we use this with? What ammunition? Or what rifle? Not sure, but it is from Aftershock. We are going to be taking that. And having a look through this space here, what do we have? A plasma cell. Very nice, very nice. So we don't have any scrambler grenades or EMP grenades. We've got these Inferno grenades, which make me very, very nervous. But we've come away with some pretty decent stuff here, and we've come away with our life as well, which is important to remember, of course. So we're going to drop that to the ground. We're going to draw out our combat knife. Okay, let's try and swipe at it. It did manage to hit us in the freaking mouth. Bastard. You gonna swing back over this way? I do wish that there was a way that we could damage them. It can't see our current location. Well, that's just frustrating. Come on, get close. You bastard. Gouged our UPS of all things. Yeah, they are tricky to hit. If we drop our bag back here, we might stand a better chance. There we go, we got it anyway. Right, let's put the combat knife away, stop that bleeding, otherwise we're just going to be slowly kind of picked off by these things. I am half tempted to try and see what the sequence fire on the pistol is like, and whether or not it might actually be able to be used against anything like this. So if we say 3 second sequence and we go for a precise shot, okay, so it does like a number of bursts with it. But yeah, it just reflects straight off of the armor plating, so it's really only going to work against flesh things. That is good to know though. So put that back away for now and grab the AV22. Oh, actually no, not what I wanted to do. We want to take out the tactical laser rifle. Okay, there are more of these runes that we can check out. I think it's worth it as long as we are cautious in doing so. I might want to start peeking around corners more. But ruins actually seem to be the primary source of equipment, more than anything else that we've seen so far. We've got yet another manhack down there, which the manhacks are easy for us to take care of, but we know that it can get out of control quite quickly. Okay, it might be worth us going for ruins that aren't as populated, you know? But at least with full stamina, we can get away from the locals pretty quickly as long as we aren't running back in towards them, which it's super easy to do that. So we do have a scavenger. Looks like we've got some more suits down here. Man, so many poor fitting Magellan suits. It's unfortunate, but this is a good opportunity for us to test out this rifle, and I think going for the sequence fire here is going to be what we want to be doing, because we want to do as much damage as we can as quickly as we can. So as long as we can get a precise strike, I mean that looks very good to me. I'm sorry, what? It freaking exploded? We hear a huge explosion. Yeah, the force of the explosion damages the corpse. That's a freaking military rucksack. Are you kidding me? Hot damn. But also that was a that was a lot. So it has built up heat. So maybe that's a little extreme, but we just took out a scavenger just like that. So that's very good. Okay, we are going to put on this filthy rucksack. So it is conflicting with the messenger bag. The Herc rig, totally fine. Totally fine. So let's unload that messenger bag, which should mean that hopefully everything should go into the rucksack, and we're just going to have to try and see if we can get it clean at some point. We are going to be dropping that messenger bag. Thank you for your service, messenger bag. And you know what? I think we might even be able to fit this rifle in our inventory. We can. Military rucksack, you're amazing. Love ya. But we are going to keep that out for now. What kind of batteries does it take? Because I don't think it's just going to take the regular batteries. It seems to take these power cells, but we might be able to recharge these. Yeah, I wonder if that's possible. Can we reload these like their magazines? You can't reload a power cartridge. So that is going to be the limiting factor, and that's what we're going to have to watch out for. Let's just see. Variants, batteries, electric charge. Magazine is power cartridge, so it can't just take batteries. It's got to be these cartridges. So we can't go over the top. Continuously firing the weapon will cause it to overheat and can potentially damage it. So we did build up a bit of heat, but that heat is gone, which, okay, that's good. We will try out the 2-second firing at some point. Are we going to smash the corpse? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be hanging around here. I don't think we're going to be hanging around here. If anything, I think we're probably going to want to leave Marshville, or Marshfield rather, leave that behind. But we're going to continue exploring a little bit further, first of all, and hey, okay, we've got a fair few more suits. All we need is a Magellan suit that fits us. Exosuit Magellan, yes. Also, cryopod body glove. Okay, not a buddy glove, that's something different, I'm sure. Okay, so, Magellan exosuit. We know that even unpowered, that this thing is super freaking nice when it comes to protection. The acid protection, really good. I mean, the bash and cut, I guess it could be better, right? So we are going to have to take off a few things though for this to kind of work out for us. We do have the gel on us at the moment, so we should be totally fine in taking off our Frontier cryo suit. What we're going to do first though is just unload them, because we don't want to give those batteries away for free. We're still going to keep the cryo mask, but the Magellan exosuit, that's going to be coming with us. We may even want to take the helmet as well, even if it is going to be poor fitting. Let's just have a looky real quick. What is the encumbrance going to be? 25 on the head, 15 on the mouth, 5 on the eyes. Could be worse. Could be worse. I mean, we're not going to get that fitting very easily. 5 encumbrance on the eyes is okay for us to be shooting still. So let's take off both of these for the moment, and we'll see if we can get away with wearing it, and it does seem like we can. And we can see how everything stacks up against its kind of counterparts. And we can see that it is considerably better. The fire and plasma protection's really nice. Ballistic protection, that's all good as well. And the average encumbrance is a lot lower. Environmental protection as well, as you might imagine. Okay, Magellan exosuit. And just having a look at this again, yeah, it is a high-quality civilian-grade EVA suit. It'd be interesting to see if we can find any, like military-grade ones. But we do need to have the battery charged up. So we're going to need to set up a recharging station, I think, for that. Okay, let's go chuck on our Magellan helm. Okay, and I know it just kind of looks like a basic helmet, but, you know, using our imagination, it's a very cool space helmet. Nothing is conflicting at the moment. Our torso encumbrance is a bit high because we do have a few things on us that are going to be encumbering us. The Herc is only 7, 18 for the rucksack at the moment. That's totally understandable. And the exosuit, I think, is giving us, different amounts across our whole body, but we don't have any conflicting layers right now, which is good. That is what we want. So we're going to continue searching through here, see if we can't... okay, what's that? What's that? Want to tell me what that sound is? Shuffling. Nah, I think we're okay. But there are more beds up there, so it could still be worth us having a look, because it seems like these old beds is where a lot of these suits have just been left. I'm kind of either imagining that they're tucked underneath the beds, or we're looking at like the skeletal remains of the people that these suits once belonged to. Okay, peeking down here. Any helmets that fit? Yes! Yes, there is. Brilliant, that's exactly what we need. But we need to be cautious because there is something down here that's making a fair amount of noise. Nothing underneath the sinks right now, that's good. Okay, peeking out a little bit further, peeking around here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so it seems like it's mostly going to be the Frontier Cryo suit and the Magellan suits. But yeah, for now, let's get rid of that old helmet and embrace the new. Which 8 average encumbrance, very good. Very, very good. Excellent. May, we are ready. Oh, and I think that this is probably a good opportunity to test this out, but I don't want to have it freaking explode on us, you know? So we're going to back up a fair bit here, because I don't know how big of an explosion this thing will be. This is only a 2-shot sequence. Wow! Okay, yeah, we do not want to be any closer than that. Holy, okay. Damn. Another rucksack. See, so this is where we're meant to get our equipment from. This is where we're meant to get those packs from the regenerators, from these other folks. Okay, anything interesting in that wallet? A cash card that we'll take, not the $5 bill, just the cash card, thank you. You do have a thermos as well, which could be quite useful for us keeping water wet for longer. Wet and not frozen. We've got a scavenger over towards the east, quite a distance away, but I'm feeling a little bit more confident here, which is dangerous. So let's still try and be a little cautious. Just having a look at the different things that we've got down here. Nothing that we're going to want specifically. We will be picking that up. I think what we need to look at is where we might want to try and set up. And I'm not settled on settling just yet, purely because we haven't seen that much of the map. I don't know what's out there yet, and I don't want to limit our exploration. So I think we're probably going to have to try and push a little bit here, and we might have to kill the scavenger if we're going to be safe, because we don't want to be running through the fields. And I think there's an opportunity for us to take this dude out at a considerable distance, because yeah, at least we know that the 2-second sequence of like holding onto the laser is good enough. I also want to make sure that we hit here. Okay, it didn't explode, but my gosh, enough damage. Yeah, just with practice, precision, we take them out, and they have a scrap cuirass on them. Okay, yeah, May's rifles is set at 3 at the moment. She knows what she's doing, and her perception is really, really nice and high. Okay, our forklift is over here. Our forklift that unfortunately doesn't have any power, but most of our enemies should have gone by now. And so we're going to continue down. I know I'm not bashing the bodies. I know that will really bother some people, but we can't afford to stick around right now and bash them. And really, you only want to be doing that in areas where you are going to be coming back to. Yes, they can come back. They can cause you a headache down the line. And yeah, we may end up wanting to come back to Marshfield. But yeah, like I said, it's more time spent here. It's more danger. So having a look at the map, which direction might we want to go in? Well, we followed that one road, and it was an actual road. We haven't seen any other roads other than these very, very small ones in the cities. I think we might start trying to head west to see if we can maybe make it down towards this town here and see if there's anything that kind of differs along the way. But I'm just going to keep my eye out for a little bit here as we're moving. The travel across land I'm going to be doing in a little bit of a time skip, just because I know that this can be quite hard on the eyes. Like, it's difficult for me to look at it. We'll turn on safe mode here, and something that we can actually do, instead of me just wandering there without you, is we can set up points that we want to try and auto travel to. So say if we wanted to try and go over towards this ravine, like that, and then we just say, we're overburdened. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. We are actually overburdened at the moment. Yeah, we're carrying a little bit too much. So let's head into our advanced inventory here. We will say, have a look at our own inventory, and then we'll sort by weight. Okay, the canister shot is quite a lot. And we don't need to have that right now. So let's get rid of that for the time being. We'll keep the long rope, keep the crash axe. We want to keep most of these things. In saying that, do we need... Oh, well, they need the hammer for hammering. I'm just wondering if the crash axe might be a little bit more multi-purpose for us. Prying of 2, it doesn't have hammering, so we still need a hammer. There are other things that you can use as a substitute for that, but we still got some of our books that we're going to want to keep in our inventory. I mean, we're under what we need to be for now, so let's not drop off more than we need to. But yeah, we will give this a shot. So travel to this point, yes, and there we go. And we've spotted a scavenger to the north. So yeah, we will cancel the auto move, and we're just going to have to do this ourselves. Just start heading back to the southwest. It is a little bit easier on the eyes when we're a bit further zoomed out. You know, I think if we go all the way out, I think it would make these travel sequences a little bit easier going. I'm just trying to see, yeah, it's not going to try and path us through the ravine as far as we can see. And there, we can just watch May making her way across the ice here. And even if I don't have safe mode on, it should alert us if we see anything that is, well, going to potentially try and eat us. Let's try and go towards here. And I think what I'm going to be doing is just moving towards the points that we can see and then looking at the map, reassessing and deciding where we want to try and go from there. All the while, we're going to try and make sure that we keep track of our hunger, our thirst and everything else because we don't want to be overdoing things. Thankfully though, the water is still looking pretty good at the moment. We are in mild pain, so we're going to go and knock back just a few of those aspirins and more nothing. So May, let's continue on until we manage to track something down. And we've got some hydrothermal flats just along the edge of this ravine. It might be tapering in here at the end. We'll find out soon enough. Nope, it definitely isn't. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it around that. I gotta hope that the answer is yes. And I keep thinking that we've found the edge of this ravine. We haven't. We haven't. It may very well go all the way around and link up with that point there. Let's hope it doesn't. Okay, and our cold resistant cream has just run off, but temperature wise, we are looking totally good right now. We're feeling good. May is doing good. But yeah, this ravine kind of just keeps on going, and we haven't seen anything else out by it yet. Just these desolate ice fields. Oh, okay. There's something out here. Sinkhole. Interesting. Can we get around towards that? I hope so. It's the first other thing that we've seen. Oh no, please don't tell me. Are you going to be isolated, like completely isolated? Because I don't think that we can get down over here. Because like this is just like, can you climb up it? I don't know if you can. And I also can't see if it connects, if it's like a peninsula or if it's just an island. I would love to make it across towards those. I really would. What happens? Climb down by lowering yourself across the ledge. So I think I would only want to try and do this if we had a grappling hook. Finding a grappling hook, yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. Purely just because like this is icy, and so let's just have a look down. Oh, that's a straight up ledge. So like there is no way. Yeah, no way. Yeah, that's a fall to your death kind of scenario. Okay, so we are going to have to continue along here, hoping that we can kind of try and find a way around. And wouldn't you know it, the ravine continues. Okay, so here's the update. We have probably found the largest ravine in all of Aftershock. A road. We found a road. Well, we don't know what that means. It could mean nothing. We found a road before and it's led to nothing. But this might lead to something. It's an old road it is, and I don't know which way would be the right one to follow. So for now, we're just going to kind of follow both of them. We're just making our way. And the road is much faster for us to travel on than the ice, and they're kind of just both running adjacent to each other. This one going a little bit further off towards the side, but it's definitely an easier path for us to wander. Yeah, okay, they're slowly spitting off from each other. We're going to go for the eastern path first, and then we'll go for the western afterwards. Oh, okay, we've got quite a large formless rune off towards the east here. Let's get a little closer, just moving further along the road. But formless runes do have some rather good things in them, and this kind of seems to be different from the other cities that we've seen so far. As in, we're not seeing any other city things, and gosh, we've walked a long way. We really have. So we've got a few different options here, which is good. We've got the road going south, we have the road going off towards the west. I think we're going to check this out first. So we're going to cautiously start to make our way over towards these ruins and see if they differ in terms of what they have. because, yeah, they are the only thing that's here. But also, because they're the only thing, we might not have as much of a population here. That is entirely possible. I mean, we're not hearing movement, we're not hearing shuffling. It's early days, though. It is early days. Let's bash our way through that vent. Nothing on the inside here. We got yet another vent we can continue to bash through. And did we damage our laser rifle then? We did. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, let's stop bashing vents. Rycon. Yeah, we're just going to have our knife out for now, I think, just to make this a little easier so that we can actually get through these vents. And we haven't come across anything yet. Oh, okay. That is shuffling. So, we aren't alone in these ruins. We need to be wary of that. You know, the easiest way for us to do this might actually just be kind of staying on the outskirts and just looking in to see if we can make out anything as we are wandering around. Well, we've seen a scavenger up towards the northeast. It hasn't seen us yet, but I feel like we've got enough ammunition that we can try and take them on. And I do wonder if we might be able to try and catch the two of them in the same blast, or just one after the other. Right now, yeah, they haven't seen us. Are we seeing anything else on the ground right now? No, flaking rocks and whatnot. So, I mean, if I can just avoid them, that would be better. There's 3 scavengers there. I think they might be around the robot that we just saw briefly. Yeah, we'll leave them to it. Oh, okay, I am seeing things now. And we've seen a rat snatcher that's making its way out towards us. So, we are going to go and drop that, draw out our combat knife, and get ready for this thing to charge us. It is going to be a little bit harder to hit, but there we go. I'm happy with that. Skitterbot is making its way on out towards us. Let's just see if we can drop the rucksack in time. We can. That's going to make us a lot more maneuverable and a lot more likely to strike it down. Pick that sack back up, and we'll grab our rifle at the same time. Put the combat knife away for the moment. Heavy disposable battery. We will leave it. It's going to be a little too heavy right now. And let's see what we have stashed away over here. I am hearing activity. Aha, what's that? Beam scatterer, okay. Bootleg power cartridge. We've got a skitterbot and many, many things. Okay, what are you? Rakita. You are, oh, you're a rocket. A massive TSK BEM designed shotgun intended for exosuit forces. The Rakita, aka Rocket, is a magazine-fed bullpup shotgun featuring twin barrels. This design remained popular for extra atmospheric conditions, as the 12-gauge rounds are less likely to pierce a ship or a station's delicate hull. So it's a friggin' shotgun, which would also more than likely be quite good against, well, both mechanical enemies and the others that we're seeing out there. It doesn't fit in any of our pockets though, unfortunately. I think it's probably a little too long. 125 centimeters, yes, so a little too long. We're going to take the power cartridge, the bootleg cartridges, the high density capacitor, plasma cells for now. What are we leaving behind? The flèche rounds. Beam scatterer we'll go and pick up. Effective emitter, we've got electroshock grenades. Another plasma cell. We'll have a look at what this is. It uses 7.5 caseless rounds. Bootleg power cartridge. More plasma. Ignore the whirring for the moment. Oh, hello. Okay. An eminently sturdy and reliable bullpup rifle issued by UICA's military during early reclamation expeditions, although it's been out of service for nearly 2 decades. Many a private military and contractor has found use for the SRP-9, and it remains common long past its initial introduction into service. I mean, it's a good weapon. Let's pick it up for now. And we'll also pick up that bootleg power cartridge. Now, is it going to be worthwhile us actually going into this little space here? Not for a single power cartridge, although the skitterbot shouldn't be too difficult for us to take out, especially if we drop off the rucksack, take out our combat knife, and then let it come to us. There we go. That's how we do it. We'll clear it out of the way just in case we need to hide in here, but we'll go and pick that back up and then pick up our rifle. Okay, we've got 2 rifles now. And I think the ammunition that we had at the start, yeah, it is 7.5. Neat. Okay, so we can use that with the other traditional rifle. But we're finding so many power cartridges at the moment that I think we're probably going to be able to try and use those. Speaking of, So, do we want to try and attach some modifications to you? So if we go through here, see if we can track down... Oh, there's lots of plastic bags that just have plastic bags in. Okay, we're going to drop a few of those off. There we go. Right, mods. Beam scatterer. What do you do? A set of optics made to fit on laser weapons which will diffract the laser beam into several low-powered beams. This increases point-blank damage but greatly reduces range. Okay, good to know. You know, we might want to try and use that on our pistol if we can. Requires at least rifles 4 and handguns 4. Okay, so we're not going to be able to do those just yet. I'm imagining it's probably going to be the same for most of the weapon mods, but we will have a quick look. Focusing lens. I mean, extra damage, extra range. Yeah, that would be so nice to be able to put on that. It means that we might be able to just use like a single shot to dispatch them. That would be good. That would be very good. To the east, we have a scavenger. I see. And a regenerator who has seen us. So let's just go a little bit further to the north. So it's going to have a harder time making us out. And oh boy, yeah, that regenerator is just like beaming for us right now. Oh, and we've got a few regenerators doing that. So we're going to go a bit further away. If I could try and shepherd them, we could try and catch them in the same explosion, which would be ideal. Let's try and see if we can do that. Okay, we've nearly got them together at the moment. Okay, let's just hold our breath. Okay. There we go. That's looking pretty good to me. So, we don't want to let it get too close. Also, I guess we do want an explosion, right? So maybe we do want to go for the 3-second sequence here. Okay. Oh, that's way too close. But it's okay. Yeah, but we've built up a fair bit of heat here. Okay, so we've still got the regenerator coming for us at the moment. Thankfully that explosion didn't get to us. So let's just try and change to just a single pulse here. God damn. Okay. 59 damage is enough to take them out. The thing is, they regenerate so quickly, we need to do that kind of burst damage like that. But it seems like a good single shot is enough to take them out. I'm probably going to be bashing these ones, but just as soon as we take care of this regenerator, that's going to make its way on over towards us, because it definitely heard what was going on. We could try and take a precise shot from range, but I don't like how unsteady we are. So we are going to let it get a little bit closer. We're nice and steady. Once I'm feeling more confident, like that. 36 damage. I don't know if it was damaged before or what, but that is good. So we're going to put this back into our bag for now, and we're just going to smash the corpses with our feet to make sure that they do not come back to life. Yeah. Okay. I like this rifle. I really, really do. Lasers. Here's the thing as well. It's doing heat damage, and I think that they probably have resistance to other types of damage, but because they're kind of like these weird frozen hulks, they're not hulks, but you know, okay. All right. Okay then. Sure thing. Let's try precise on you. Does it work? Precise on you? Okay, not enough. But that got our theoretical understanding of marksmanship up, which that's great. We'll take another shot right away. Still not enough to take you out. Your torso is on fire. And there we go. Gotcha. But we've built up a fair bit of heat on our rifle, so we're just going to try and see if we can back up here, wait for that heat to start to disperse. Okay, it's gone down a little bit here. We're going to try and see if we can do precise. We can. Okay, it's doing a heat warming chime. Okay, so yeah, let's let it cool down. There we go. Much better. And you back in the inventory. Okay, May, I feel like we are making progress with this thing. But we also need to make sure that we're getting back enough from, this kind of expedition. And I'd say that we are. I really do think that we are. Because we're finding more batteries, which is giving us more capability, more, ability to roam into these spaces. I feel like we've used more charges than that. Okay, I'm going to kind of try and keep my eye on that to make sure. Because our UPS isn't turned on right now. We wouldn't be charging it by itself. At least I don't think so. Yeah, we'd need to have it active to be doing that. So we're just going to go down the other side here and see if we can make out anything just from the outside first of all. We could probably go back a little bit further just so that we don't have scavengers like right on us, like immediately. Oh, okay, we're hearing a lot of activity and we've also discovered some more things. Well, hello there, Skitterbot. Skittering about. So, what do we got?
another one of those rifles, which is great. We're just going to take that magazine straight out of there. Flashbulb, another bootleg power cartridge, and this that uses flashbulb, and also magnet drive, which uses solid hydrogen, which we've been picking up quite a bit of. Okay, what are you? Straight from the bureaus of the old Soviet Union, the PLC-75 is the crude and brutal answer to the constraints posed by the design of heavy laser ordnance. Its use of antiquated flashbulb pumped laser technology makes it unwieldy and wholly incompatible with modern equipment. Whether this offers any consolation to downrange targets remains a matter of contentious dispute. It does a ridiculous amount of damage. It works like a launcher, so this is pretty much like a laser rocket launcher. 235 range damage will kill anything. It's also way too big for us to carry that around, and I don't think we have that much skill with launchers, so we're probably not going to go for that. If we could just take the rounds, we are over encumbered at the moment, so I need to keep that in mind. This is some great range damage. This is also a launcher, a heavy plasma railgun that easily defeats most forms of conventional armor and flash incinerates anything behind it. Its large size and liability to overheat make it unsuitable for infantry use, but it is a common sight on military vehicles and in the hands of power armored troops, especially when heavy armor is expected. It's great. It would be using the solid hydrogen that we've been picking up, and we can carry it. But look at that, there's an extra 10 kgs worth of weight. I don't think we can afford that right now. We do want to try and be a little bit more lightweight. We're going to take some more of these power cartridges, and oh boy. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? We have no skill in launchers. But, what if, let's say, what if we were to give that a shot? Magna Drive, 80 damage, I mean, that's pretty good. It's not the 235, I feel like that would just be excessive. This is maybe a little bit safer. I just don't want to accidentally hit a wall here, you know? Because we're kind of threading the needle here a little bit. What if we tried to shoot at you? I don't like this angle, so we're going to try and see if we can do a different angle here. That I'm much more comfortable with. Yeah, and say if we tried to shoot at you, because they're just going to be kind of slamming into each other for all time. How big could the explosion be? Oh, that is very satisfying. Ears are just like blown out as we just vaporize that skitterbot. It's gone. Both of them are gone. We start to steady up yet again. More precise aim. Oh boy. Yup. Flaming plasma. Let's get away from that. Drop that. Draw out our combat knife. We don't have time to drop our backpack, but it doesn't look like we need to. We quickly strike down the broken skitterbot. Oh man, what a freaking weapon. I mean, how heavy is it? Yeah, it's another freaking 10 kgs. But my gosh, what a weapon. At the same time, though, we can do a similar thing with this. We can't attack that many things all at the same time. But if we need to, my gosh. Okay, what else do we have here? Another one of those, another AV-22. We're going to grab these power cartridges out. We've got ammunition for days. Hello, you kind of snuck up on me there, buddy. Yeah, let's just back on out of here. Is your eyesight screwed? Because I don't think you actually followed us then. I think you lost sight of us quite quickly. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy, there you are. Okay, let's just back up. We want to try and get a precise shot here, but we're going to try and do this manually. I don't want you to get any closer than that. Okay, that's good damage. We'll just follow it up with another strike. So I think there is like a catastrophic damage threshold for them because they heal so quickly. If we can kind of do over 50 damage, we seem to take them out straight away. But you see, we did 48 damage and then we did 38 shortly afterwards. We might have been damaging different parts of the body, so it might not have just been the head. But when we do that big burst of damage in one go, it seems to be catastrophic and it's enough to kind of take them out. Let's smash these corpses for now. Checking you, and we'll check you as well. Energy drink. Yes, please. I'll take that off of your corpse there. And we're going to have a quick little look around the corner here. We're going to have to deal with that scavenger for sure. but I can't quite have a look at what's going on with that. Okay, so let's start to run back around the corner. We're going to take out our tactical laser. It is quite hard to track them when we can't hear where they are. We're just going to run back a little bit further here, get our back against the wall. Not exactly a great plan. Okay, take a shot there. There we go. 35 damage, and it was enough to take it out with that one hit. So I think that must have been a hit on a critical part of it. But then there's also the explosion damage and the heat that comes from that, and we're not always going to see that damage displayed fully. Smash those remains. We're going to catch our breath back before anything else. Another military rucksack. So yeah, that's the intended way for us to get the packs in this mod, it seems. Having a look down here, I think we've had a look at you before. Yeah, okay, so this uses launchers as well, but it's much more, well, we can use it from our hand. The maximum range though is 5, so I don't think we can actually use this. I think this would be incredibly irresponsible to do, considering what we've seen, what solid hydrogen can do. That's ridiculous. Like, that's super, super dangerous. It is a hull breaching tool though, so we might be able to use it like that. We've got most of what we need to actually be able to breach hulls or to be able to get through metallic doors, which is great because we want that to be able to get bionics and stuff like that back in the cities. We just need acetylene. We've got the acetylene torch, we've got the welding mask, we've got everything else that we need there. We will be picking up these solid plasma cells, the scrambler grenades, and we're also going to take the plasma cell from that there. But I mean, holding on to that plasma, the plasma weapon, it's totally worth it because we can use that to try and blast through those doors. So what we're going to do here, because I'm pretty sure that we saw a skidder in there, is drop the pack, draw the knife, and then take out that skidder bot who just did not get a chance to take us out at all. Wear that rucksack, close both of these doors here. Our hearing's just completely gone. Another plasma cell, another beam scattery, we've probably got enough of those right now, another laser pistol, power cartridges, 4 days. And I almost feel like they're a little bit forgiving with the amount of power cells that they're giving us. Remember, I have scaled down cities a fair amount, and also the distance between cities, which we're definitely seeing here. I'm really intrigued as to what these sinkholes are. That's the only other thing that was seen out in the world so far. So I would love to check them out. But Legionnaires, that is going to be in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me for another one here in Aftershock, where it finally feels like we're powerful, like May has an edge over those frozen beings, but given enough of them, we could be in serious trouble. Because while our weaponry is fierce, it's also incredibly unpredictable. Explosions can be just run enders in Cataclysm, so we must remain cautious, we must remain steadfast. May, your days here on this frozen rock are starting to look a little brighter. And Legionnaires, I would like to thank you all for joining me for yet another episode here in Aftershock. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.